Namaste ITV Gold viewers, my name is Lakshmi Singh and welcome to your favorite astrology show right here on ITV Gold every Thursday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. Viewers, it is indeed my honor and pleasure once again to bring to you Himali ji.
Namaste, Namaste Lakshmi ji, thank you.
Namaste, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing great. You know, Himali ji, every week the show goes by so quickly. There are always people calling in to speak with you, and you know, today viewers, I just want to remind you, if you'd like to call us directly here at the office, the number is 718-784-8555, and that's extension 108. You can get one free question with Himali ji, or you can call her at her office, which is at 718-887-2929, and she's located at 131-14101 Avenue in South Richmond Hill. Himali, every week we ask you such important questions. You know, this week I want to talk about business and how important when you're thinking about opening up a business to check your astrology chart.
It is very important because a lot of people, they put their life savings in their business. And I believe, Lakshmi, in our life, 90% of the problem we have is financial. If we can be financially sound, like good, I don't mean become greedy, because there's never end of anything in life. And if financially, if everybody is good, is comfortable, 90% of the problem will be over. And a lot of people, they invest a lot of their life saving in a business that is not really meant for them. For example, some people will open up restaurant, but restaurant food related business is not good for them.
So their horoscope will actually tell
Yes.
them what business to
What
start.
business is good for them and when they should start, which is good for them. And some people will just do a restaurant because, oh, I have a friend and he has a restaurant, he has a bar, he has a club, which is really good. I want to go and do that. And then they put all their life savings in it and they don't do as well as the others and they come into problem. Or they will say, okay, I have a friend who's into construction, I'm going to do construction. Oh, I have a friend who's doing a clothing store, I want to do clothing. If somebody, our people always, they like to do what other people is doing and is successful. And they said, oh, how come he and she was successful and I wasn't?
Because it was in their stars.
Yes, it wasn't in their star and probably wasn't their time, because you really have to see where your Jupiter is, where your Mangal is, where your Venus is. Are you a person of a leader? Where your Surya is? Some people, I tell them, okay, you haven't done business now, okay, you cannot do business, now you have to work. You realize some people, they will do business for like 20, 30 years and then they sell and then they go and work for somebody. Or I have somebody who work for corporate America, like many people we know, they work for big companies and then they just leave and then they start on their own doing things. Long as you know, you get a horoscope read and see this is the time for you to do business, this is the time for you to go into business, and then it's very important to see, is it good to go in partnership?
You know, a lot of people work for corporate America and they wish that they could leave corporate America, but they're scared to. Do you think if they came to you, Himali ji, and got a spiritual reading that you'd be able to tell them, you know, at this time maybe you should stay with corporate America, or no, this is a time to open up a business, and what business that should be?
Yes, definitely, yes. So yours, as we know, when somebody we know that, oh, was in a corporate America and was hesitant to ask because they had the best, oh, we had the benefit, we had everything. Then when they left, now they're doing really well, better than what they did.
Awesome. So I want to ask you about times, dates, and addresses, because addresses are also important when you're going to
businesses. You
have
have to know certain location that you will open up a business, and that location, we call it the Stan Defta, means the master land, the person of who is in charge, like the land master for it. It's very happy, it's very good, it's positive, and it will make you grow. So what kind of business is good for you to have, and is the location good? So you realize sometimes you see some businesses always shutting down, and then they open up, and they shut down, and they open up. Or some business is there and they're there forever. why? It's the location and the place. So before people goes and invest all the money they have, they should get their book open and see if it's a good time for them to open up, and are they doing it on their own, or if it's good. If they're doing it with their partner, they should also get their partner's date of birth and place, so they can see like a matchmaker. Are you going to get along with that person? Is the person going to be honest with you? Because sometimes you get everything great, the business is for you, it's a good timing, but your partner is a wrong person who can take all the money and run. I have had people, the partners skim them, or partners, put them in a situation that they had to leave and go, and they were too trustworthy.
Let's say you find the perfect location. I mean, I know of a few bars and restaurants, and it's interesting that you mentioned restaurants and bars. I know of a few restaurants and bars that are on for sale at Nautical Mile. Beautiful locations and nice, right on the water. Great places you may want to open up a restaurant. What if you find the perfect location, but then you check your astrology chart and the address is no good?
No.
Is there something that you can do?
Yes, so you will have to visit the place and see why isn't it, bad. Is it because there is somebody did something and the place is bad, or there is a negative energy in that place which is bad? Then that thing could be changed. And then you have to see Vastu. Is it the position of the restaurant, the door is, how is it if it's bad? So there are things you can be done to change, so it won't be a problem. But the main thing you will have to see is what is it your time to open up the business? Remember, if your planet is good and it's time for you to make the business, even if the place is no good, you will still be able to survive. And you still will be able to do. So you have to do a lot of homeworks yourself before you go and open up.
Himali ji, we're seeing a lot of businesses suffer, especially the businesses that, thrive during the night times, like the restaurants, like the bars. And we're even seeing lots of people getting summons for social distancing and just,
Yes, social distancing we have to do. It's
right?
very important. It's not only for your safety, it's for the other people too. And nightlife and restaurants, we see the restaurants, especially I will see like clubs will do a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But if you realize they're the one who made most business. When they made the money, did they show it to the government? Did they do the rightful thing? Remember, if you think there is no Bhagwan, there is no God, and there is no karma, there is. If you paid everything the way you're supposed to and not cheat anybody, the government or anybody, you will be able to recover. But like the way a lot of people, the stores and things I saw they closed, they didn't declare everything. Remember, if you had declared everything, you would get everything back. The government will help you. I'm a small organization in Richmond Hill. Everything mine is legal. I did get help. The PPA, I got the PPA loan. I kept all my panditjis, all my staff stayed. Nobody quit. Everybody was getting paid. Everything was there. So Ma Bhagwan helped me. I got it straight away. And the week they said, everybody said they ran out of money. I was the first ones to get it. So I was saying I was blessed. So what you need to do, if you do the things right, I understand you cannot be fully 100% honest, but as maximum as possible, you will be.
Okay, let's take this call. Good evening, caller. Your name and your question for Himali ji, please.
I am Pushpa Sharma, and my question is, I am Pushpa Sharma, and I would like to ask about my son. He is Pawan Sharma, Pavan SH.
And what is his date of birth?
It is June 18th, 1985, 3:15 a.m. here. June 18th, 1985.
And he's born 3:15 p.m. or a.m.?
A.m.
And he was born here in New York?
No, he was born here in New Brunswick, St. Peter.
So that's New Jersey.
A.M.
That's New Jersey, correct, Behan?
Yes. New Jersey.
And what will you like to ask me? What's your question for your son?
I'm just, I mean, every mother wants that. When he will be a father? It's been 2 years he's married. It's not.
Okay. What is his wife's name?
What is his wife's name?
Kara, Kara Allen.
And her date of birth?
Kara, I don't know her date of birth.
Okay. What's the date they got married? Do you know?
Date of marriage?
Yes.
It is July 14, 2018.
Okay. According to your son's date of birth, I definitely feel there should be a child within the 5 years of the marriage. So they've been married 2 years, correct, Behen?
Yes.
So you wait 3 years. After 3 years and before the 5th year of their anniversary, they definitely will have a child.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
आपका शो बहुत अच्छा है, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है. हम
Thank you
चलते
so
हैं.
much, Behen ji.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
You are
so
very
much.
welcome.
You know, moms are always interested to know when are their children going to have children, or when are their children going to get married, or when are their children going to have a successful business. But you know, week after week, we get a lot of moms that are calling in for their children. It's like we have our own Indian matchmaker right here with Himali ji. But remember, before your children do get involved with someone, definitely check your astrology chart. This is something that Himali ji can help you out with. It is very important to know the horoscope, the date of birth, and the proper name. Let's take another call. Good evening, caller. Please state your name and one question for Himali ji, please. Hello. Okay, they will call back. So week after week, you know, everybody wants to know, when is their son going to get married? When is their daughter going to get married? And these are questions that Himali ji can help you with, for sure.
So what I suggest people now, that they know that there are times we could have difficulties that could do business. You should also, is very important as a business person, you should donate certain amount of your money to the needy people. And it doesn't have to be needy people of, you know, that you don't know. It could be a close member of your family. Even it could be in America that you have a family member which is really going through a struggle, difficult time. Help them. And it's very important to help your own family, because everything we will leave here and go. So we have one member of the family doing well, 2, 3 members, one is not doing well. Help the person, because Bhagwan is watching us, what we're doing. So once things starts getting better, you start putting little money. It doesn't have to do it in lump sum. Put little money on the side every month, saying, you know, I'm going to give 1% of my income, my profit to the poor and needy people. We have so many people around the world that could need our help. We are so much, you know, fortunate we got so much that we could help so many people.
Okay. Good evening, caller. Your name and your question for Himali ji, please.
Good evening. This is Rukmin.
Hi, Rukmin. How are you, Rukmin?
I'm good.
What's your question today, Rukmin?
I don't have a question. I'm just calling to wish my sister-in-law, Himali ji, a happy birthday next week.
Thank you.
And
we
may
have an
she
early
live
birthday.
to see many, many more and lots of good health and long life.
Thank you, Rukmin.
Thank
your
you,
family's love and being together means a lot to me. Thank you. Last week it was it's her husband that I tied Rakhi to.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you,
And
Rukmin.
Rukmin ji, share the link on ITV Gold on Facebook for your Facebook friends as well, okay?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. So Himali ji, what can people do to grow their business? You know, once you have a business, it's important to, well, first of all, before opening the business, to have a puja and then maintain pujas?
Yes, and you should do yearly puja. It's called, you should get a Sri Yantra. Sri Yantra is for the business. It's made out of 300,000 mantra. It made of like triangles on triangles and triangles. So a lot of people can see that Sri Yantras are made with for money, to give success, to give barakat in their business. So it is very important. Once they establish their business, they should get them to do a Sri Yantra. Now Diwali is coming. The most best time to do a Sri Yantra puja and get a Sri Yantra is in Diwali time. Now you can get it online. A lot of people can buy it online. A lot of people can get it, but you have to know which one is good for you, because there are different types. You can make it in silver, you can make it in spatik, you can make it in gold, or you can make it in the 5 elements of metals. And it should be Pran Pritish, means that yantra has to be energized with Sava Lakh mantras. So it is so important that once you get a business, how to maintain the business, because you see people do business and then they come back down again.
Yeah. We do apologize if you're trying to get through. You can keep on trying until you get through. If you can't get us here at the office, at the studio, you can call Himali ji at her office, which is 718-887-2929. She is accepting appointments now, or is it still on the phone?
No, we do have visitors. People do come and see. They may call up and make an appointment.
Are there walk-ins now, or?
We do accept if there is not too many people there. If there is, I have them wait in their car, and then we can call them when there is nobody there. We try to keep it very light in the waiting room.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you for calling Himali Spiritual. Your name and your question for Himali ji, please. Okay, we seems like we're experiencing some technical difficulties. So again, if you can't reach us here at the studio, which is 718-784-8555, extension 108, please call Himali ji at the office, which is 718-887-2929. Thank you for calling Himali ji. Your name and your question, please. Hello? It's the same person calling. That's the same person. They're having a bad connection.
Probably.
Okay, again, we apologize if you cannot get through. Please call Himali ji at 718-887-2929. You can make an appointment to visit her in South Richmond Hill, which is at 131-14101 Avenue. She does accept walk-ins, FaceTime calls as well, and of course setting up appointments. She can speak to your phone on the phone, and then you guys can go in. So we are talking about businesses. And I have a question, because we are talking about restaurants and bars and pujas. And sometimes we will see if somebody has a bar or a restaurant that right next to their bar they may have a little picture of a Lakshmi or a Ganesha, which they had when they started their prayers. Is there anything wrong with that, or is that okay?
If they have a liquor, they shouldn't keep it there. They should usually
What if
keep
it's
it
by the cash register? Like, let's say the cash register is here, but on each side there's liquor. Is that okay?
No.
Okay.
That's not. What they should do, have a respected place for Bhagwan. They have a little office, they can put it in the office, make a little shelf and put it in the office there. And what they can do is light a ghee diya every day, or light a candle, do agarbatti, incense before the staff gets there, and do a little sit and pray. So if you feel your place, sometime what happens, your business gets so busy, the next day becomes so slow, or one weekend is so busy, one weekend is slow, so they probably got bad eyes. So you realize sometime you've seen some of the stores, Indian stores, they have the chili and lemon hanging over the door.
Yeah.
So what you wouldn't have that, because so what you do, you will try to get there before your staff and make your business place as clean as possible. meanings hygienically clean the bathrooms, because remember, people coming into your place, they also come with their negativity and their positive energies too. So every day you should have your whole place clean and sanitized, and then in the morning you should do puja there yourself as an owner. If you're going to let other people run your business, it won't be the same. The barakat will go away, the savings will go away, and people will start, you will start losing your money. So what you should do, go every day at least, spend a couple of minutes, at least half an hour before everybody gets there, so you can do your puja and pray and meditate, and you visualize your place and you meditate. You thank Bhagwan for the place that has given you, and you imagine here on your third eyes that how you can get busy. If you have a Sri Yantra, it is so, some Sri Yantras, especially we make it for workplace, so you can keep it there, so it will keep away the bad eye and evil energies, because sometimes people try to do things to shut you down because they have the same line of business in the same neighborhood, so they feel like, okay, if I shut that person down, I will do better. And I don't believe that. That is wrong, because I believe if you're supposed to make Lakshmi $100 that night, Bhagwan meant it for you, and $10 for me, I will make that $10, you will make the $100. By stealing your clients, I won't get richer and I won't get it is a wrong thinking. Let everyone be. Many people you see, you go to one street and there's lots of jewelry store, everybody makes it at the end.
Yeah.
So it's your niyat, means your own intention for other people. Whatever intention you put out there for others will come back for you too. So it depends what you put out, good or bad. And I really suggest people, if you have a business and you're struggling, don't rush to, sell it or give it away. Find out what is it, what can you do, and get the best out of it.
My mom would say to me that she doesn't have any luck when it comes to business ideas. And, even today she said to me, you think this way because you have a business mind. But she always feels that she doesn't have a business mind. And, sometimes recently I've been saying to her, you should invest in this and invest in that. And the first thing she'll say is, no, I don't have luck in that. Is there a way to change her luck?
You have to see her horoscope and see, and then sometime yes, sometime no. Like for my husband, he's a physician, he's a surgeon. Everybody told him, open up your own clinic, I told him no. No.
His horoscope didn't say?
No. It's better he works for the hospital.
Okay.
Whatever he makes, he'll be happy.
Okay. This is the same person. Thank you for calling Himali ji. Your name and question, please.
Hi, good night. I'm just calling to my head. I want to make a read for me.
Okay.
Yes, sure. Namaste.
Okay. What is your name?
Namaste.
Okay. You're going to have to turn your TV down just a little bit because we're getting a lot of feedback. Can you turn your TV down, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I am trying to, yes. I just try to make a read.
Okay. What's your name and your date of birth, please?
I have to talk it on the TV, everybody hearing it.
Oh, well, because you're calling live in the studio. You can call privately. I can give you that number. Okay?
Okay.
That
What
number
is
is 718
Yeah.
887
Okay.
2929, but give her a call tomorrow because we're live at the TV studio today.
Okay, thank you. Because I don't want to give out your name on the TV. Right?
No, that's true. A lot of people don't.
No problem. Give her a call tomorrow, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You.
Okay, Himali ji, I want to know, is there a specific day for business owners that are considered,
Good luck. Friday.
luck?
Yes.
Fridays.
Friday, I usually tell all the business owners that I know, Friday is the day you should do your Sri Yantra Puja in the evening, in the night time. Take yourself at least, an hour, half an hour if you have the Sri Yantra. Put it on your Sri Yantra rice, kumkum, and you pray. So Friday is the most day we say is for Lakshmi ji, even for Kuber Bhagwan too. So a lot of people, they're not blessed with Lakshmi Ma, so what do? Kuber Bhagwan is another treasury of Lord Shivji that gives people money and finance too.
And is there a certain color on Fridays that we should wear?
No, you could wear anything you like, but red is very good.
Okay. And as far as gemstones, when it comes to money making and business?
That's very good. You should see where your Jupiter is. Jupiter is mostly will give you for business and success. So if you are a business person and you check where your Jupiter is and where your Surya Bhagwan is. If your Surya is strong, you don't want to wear a gemstone because that will make you angry and irritate and fight with people. You should check where your Venus is also. If the Venus is no good, then you have to wear a diamond. If your Jupiter is no good, then you have to wear a yellow sapphire. So those are the two main stones. There are all combination of others you have to see, but usually is Venus and Jupiter to check for business.
So what's going to happen now if somebody does not follow astrological advice?
Well, that's why a lot of people, I mean, you get your past karma luck, you do something and you're lucky and successful. That's why we see so many people, they open up business and they lose everything. So we have seen people, they open up clubs, nightclubs, restaurant, and it run for 2, 3, 4 years, or 2 years, 3 years, or within a year, unfortunately. And they hit bottom rock, so they lose their saving. So this is a way we're telling that astrology and spiritual is been there for thousands of years. And a lot of people, even in India, the richest man, Ambani, they have guidance. Astrology and spiritually, they do take advice. Mittal companies do, Tata does. So this is going for like, thousands of years. Yeah. People have been doing, but you do the proper way. There are other ways people do that. They try to go through the dark side, do negative puja, do negative things to get quickly rich. Those are no good. Don't do this. Do the full Vedic way, the spiritual way to do, so that you can be happy with your money and your life and your success. So in India, we have a state which is Gujarat. And I have to say, I mean, everybody's great, but that state people, I am so, when I speak to them or when I know, I know when I tell them, they know what's happening, because in Gujarat is a state that anyone and everyone knows astrology and they know spiritualism. And this is why I really try to educate people and say, hey, you should know. Just because somebody tells you something, don't go blindly. Have a knowledge about it, have an idea about it, so that when you're with somebody spiritual and they're trying to tell you things, you will be educated, you will know what you want. So sometimes people will say, oh, do this, do that, you will get money. No, read about it in how spiritually you can get help through the Vedic way, how our ancestors and thousands of generations, how Lakshmi Ma and how Kuber Bhagwan wants you to do the puja so they can give you barakat, they can give you blessing. So read the proper way. Now we have internet. And then when you go to somebody spiritually to do puja for you, you will know exactly what it has to be done for you. It's not something they're making up. And unfortunately, Lakshmi, in our line of field, people do a lot of negativity, which is wrong. And people do a lot of bad things. And then that brings a bad vibe for good people. Right. And bad name for the people who really knows the good path to do the good for people. So I urge people, please, there's internet out there. Teach yourself. Don't just go blindly to do things and get things. There is so much knowledge out there, but don't try it yourself. Just educate yourself and then go and get the help and then you will know who you have to go to, and then you will know who knows what to do for you.
Right. Well, Himali ji, so much information in such a little time. Believe it or not, we have about 60 seconds before the show ends. But next week, I would love to talk about astrology and the different, ethnic groups that follow it, like East Indians, Guyanese, Trinidadians, and how each group reacts a little differently to astrology. So viewers, again, if you'd like to contact Himali ji, her number is 718-887-2929. You can call her to make an appointment. Himali ji, please give us a prayer as we sign off.
I want to wish you all a very, very happy weekend, and I pray to Ma, to Bhagwan, for a safe and a happy, successful. Especially I feel for children. Please, this is still COVID and we are still in social distancing. Stay home, don't go out late. And with this, I pray to Ma for all safety. Jai Mata Di.